So today we're in St. John's neighborhood, which is, if anybody has been to Portland, most people know the St. John's, the iconic St. John's Bridge. You've got Smith Lake and Bybee Lake and the wetland areas, and then you've got the industrial district in the northwest part of it. So most of it is towards the southwest of it. Most of it's residential. You've got some condos and newer construction where anything is being built, it's going to be the townhomes. You're not necessarily going to have a lot of single family homes. Because it's so close also to University of Portland, you have a lot of apartment complexes. You've got a lot of sweet little cottages that are being taken care of and remodeled for the people who do love that feel, but they're on the smaller lots. Oh, and if you're into this type of content and want the latest insight, tips, and tours to help you make the best real estate decisions, be sure to hit the subscribe. So James John came here, I believe, in around 1841 and claimed all the land. He was another one of those people for the California Gold Rush. He came here, I believe, from Tennessee. Anyways, when he passed away, he only wanted one thing. He gave away his land and said, "I only want one thing. I want to sell it enough to bury me, and also enough to build a public school." He wanted all the children of all religions to be able to go to school. That's where I believe he got his nickname of being St. John. St. John's is different than being in Southeast Portland or Northeast Portland or Southwest Portland. This is not that suburban feel over here. This is not the Southeast downtown feel. This is more of it's got its own feeling over here. It's close to downtown Portland, close to Vancouver, but these are, I don't know if you'd call them St. Johnians or what it is that you'd call them, but they're proud to be here. They're proud to live in this area. They'd rather be here, so that's why they're self-supporting. Minutes to downtown, it's minutes to Vancouver. And a lot of the locally owned restaurants, a lot of the local shops. You've got a couple brew pubs and stuff like that, but everybody likes staying in St. John's. Easy to get to anything from here yet. Hidden, it's a hidden little gem. So we're here in part of downtown St. John's, very friendly, approachable, walkable portion with a lot of unique little shops here. Across the street, barbershop blowing bubbles. We've got Mikasa Sushi and Ramen, Wonderwood right down the street. Again, very unique shops, very lovely little portion of downtown. Chilly day, even on chilly days, you're gonna see people walking around down here. Again, lovely little town here in St. John's. You've got two large parks, Bybee Park and Smith Park, along with Bybee Lake and Smith Lake. Again, if you like to canoe and kayak, it's right there. If you like to fish or whatever, the river's just right down the street. You've got a lot of smaller parks, Pier Park, everything's within walking distance. That's why I believe it's so dog-friendly here, is because of all the parks. Like the clients that I've helped move here, they have dogs. And they wanted it to be dog-friendly, and they move here because it's so dog-friendly, because the parks are so close. Most Portland is bike-friendly. This is very walk-friendly. Small enough to walk, but big enough to sustain within the city limits itself. While we're not in St. John's, this is Cathedral Park and the iconic St. John's Bridge behind us with the arches. This is just 4 blocks down from Lombard, so easy access, very big park, water access. Bring your boat down, there's a boat ramp. You can bring your boat down, put it in the water. Tons of parking through here too. And of course, whenever you're in Portland, everybody wants to get a picture of themselves with the St. John's Bridge behind them. So this is definitely a place you want to visit in Portland. So St. John's as far as real estate goes, right now there's 25, homes and or condos on the market, ranging from 279,000 for a condo all the way up to 1.15 million for a floating home. So it's got its own little floating home neighborhood down by the river. The median home price is 469,000. You're going to find a lot of little cottages. Mostly that's what you're going to find here that people are moving into. You're going to find people are building the attached homes. Every once in a while you'll find a newer single family detached home, but a lot of people are doing the two-story duplexes or attached homes, some new apartment complexes or condos. I've seen a couple new construction condos coming up through here, but thankfully it's not being overwhelmed with nothing but bigger cookie cutter homes. It's trying to stay nice and quaint, trying to keep the character of the area. Because of the lack of a lot of big businesses, because of the lack of a lot of traffic and stuff like that, you're not going to find a lot of the houseless being around in St. John's area. So that makes it a little bit more comfortable for people to walk around. It makes it a little safer for people to walk around. We're on a little peninsula. So again, that's another thing that makes it so appealing and separate. So if you're moving to Portland and you're not in the tech industry, if you're not working in the hospital industry, that type of thing, St. John's is a fun and funky area to live in. This is the young urban professionals without being the keeping up with the Joneses, because that's not what they're trying to do out here. If you want to be yourself, this is the type of neighborhood that you want to be in. I don't want to make everybody move here too. I don't want to overpopulate St. John's.
Well,
I want to make sure. I want to highlight it for the right people. But no, I know. I want to highlight it, and I want people to move here, but I want the right people to move here. No, I know that's bad. That's bad of me to say that.